Hey everybody, happy Torch Thursday. Welcome to the time on the Beading Dream stream where I get to play with fire. Ill-advised as this might be, it doesn't matter. It's my stream. I can burn things down if I want to. Right? I mean, cameras. We've been there, done that. So welcome to the Torch Thursday stream. Tonight is actually a tutorial that I'm really happy about presenting because it's such a useful thing if you like earrings. If you don't like earrings, it's still useful because you can use this for pendants as well. But so this is soldered chandelier components. So the thing I love about soldering your own chandelier components. Hi Lori, hi Ace. Sorry, I did not have the chat window actually up in front of everything. So the thing I really like about soldering your own chandelier components is you can make them literally however you want. This is also applicable to, you can turn these into endings for multi-strand necklaces, endings for multi-strand bracelets. Like, it's just a really powerful tool to be able to make, and it's so incredibly simple. I mean, literally just make a shape out of wire, whatever shape you want, solder however many connection loops you want onto it, solder a loop to attach it to either an ear wire or a clasp, and then in my case, of course, I had to get a little bit schmancy because it's me, so I then soldered a loop on the inside that I could hang a bead on the inside. But you can literally configure this however you want. You can space the loops as close or far apart as you want. You can put as many or as few of them as you like. It's just really a pretty amazing thing, and you can make unconventional shapes. Like, you'll notice that I've got an inverted pear shape here, like your typical, if you were gonna buy a chandelier component just off the rack, would be a traditional pear shape with, however many loops on the bottom. But I decided for my sample that I wanted to do an inverted pear shape, and so that's exactly what I did. So again, being able to make those decisions for yourself and actually fabricate the components, I find really rewarding. I might be weird and like the only one who likes this, but I really think it's cool to be able to be like, yes, this is exactly how I want this earring to look, and I shall make it so. Okay, this may be a little overly dramatic, but let's talk tools and supplies for this evening's tutorial. Okay, you are gonna need some kind of heavier gauge sterling silver wire. I am fresh out of 16 gauge because Carol discovered that I didn't actually place the wire order that I thought I placed yesterday. Whoopsie. So no 16 gauge at the Beading Dreams till Monday, so I've got 14 gauge sterling silver wire. I could make my own jump rings. I'm not feeling that crazy this evening, so I'm going to use pre-made jump rings. So you're going to need pre-made jump rings or soldered rings. 4mm and 5mm are both good sizes for this. These are 5mm. So I've got jump rings because that's what I had more of. I'm going to need some extra easy sterling silver solder. And as far as making the components, that's actually it as far as supplies. Now, of course, if you want to make your components into earrings, then, you've got beads that you can add and an ear wire and all that. But as far as tonight's tutorial, really all I'm teaching you tonight is this. Okay, so to make this, you need heavy duty wire, jump rings, easy sterling silver solder, and that's it. As far as tools go, I'm sorry, I don't know what my hair is doing. I felt like I was having a good hair day, and now I feel like I'm having a not good hair day. But anyway, so as far as tools go, it's a soldering class, so you are going to need all your soldering tools. That's going to be your torch, soldering board, flux, pickle pot if you don't have a tumbler, tweezers, all of your hand tools, round nose, chain nose, wire cutters, and some kind of a mandrel. Bail making pliers is helpful if you're doing some kind of a teardrop shape. Are you serious? Oh my god. Mandrels, hammers, mallets, these are files. These are all things that are going to be helpful to you in this endeavor. So the first thing that you want to do is kind of conceptualize What the hell shape do I want to make this thing? Also, you can conceptualize why your staff, who works until 6:30, just left at 6:22. Yeah. I'm just gonna say, like, that's all I'm gonna say. So, what shape do I want to make these? I think I'm gonna try for an oval. See how that works. So I've got my 14 gauge wire, and I've got a bail making pliers. So a bail making pliers is nice as an alternative to a mandrel because it actually will hold your wire as you're forming it. Well, at least Carol vacuumed. But sorry. Done with that now. Continuing to teach. I swear. So one of my college friends, love her to death. She used to be in retail, and she was a manager of a retail store. And then that retail store actually collapsed and closed in a very shady fashion, honestly. That literally involved the owner of the store showing up at closing one night and being like, we're not opening tomorrow. We're going to pack everything up and vacate this space in the next like 6 hours, because he was trying to run out on his lease, because he was a shady MF. But so she was, of course, understandably distraught because she just lost her job in the most abrupt and horrifying way possible. But so then she managed to get another job in a completely different field. She was with a tax accounting firm, and she was some kind of auditor, where basically she just sat in a cubicle and looked at computer reports all day. And we were talking one night. I was like, do you miss like interacting with people? And she's like, no, I love my job. I don't have to talk to anybody all day long that I don't want to.
That's my job that I want.
Nobody comes and talks to me. I don't have to make calls. All I have to do is look at the computer and type things in, and that's it. She's like, it's my dream job. So, because you love me, and at this point I won't ever let you go.
Okay.
So at this point you're pretty much a hostage. But yeah, it was just like, oh wow, that sounds amazing. Haha, hi Keiko. Are we making jewelry or home decor? Well, I mean, one could actually do this writ large and make decor, but specifically I'm talking about chandelier style earrings, which have waxed and waned in popularity over the past couple of decades. I'm still a fan, just because I like big ass earrings, in case y'all hadn't figured that out yet. So yeah. So what am I gonna do? I decided I was gonna do an oval before I started waxing rhapsodic about the fact that not interacting with people is actually both my and Heather's dream job, and yet both of us have chosen to work in retail. So yeah, go us. So, how to make an oval with the bail making pliers. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I got a flush end on my wire, okay, because I'm going to have to solder this. So this is not a flush end. See how pointy it is? Yeah, that is the opposite of flush. Pointy is the opposite of flush. So I'm going to take my wire cutters and I'm just going to flush cut that end. And here is the key. If you want to make two components that are the same size, cut your wire first to the same length. Okay, so don't just make a component off of this long piece of wire and then try and make a second component that matches it. That is not going to help you. Where the actual heck is a ruler? Okay. I have no rulers. That's okay. There's one on the table. I will use that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 6 inches of wire. I'm going to cut 2 pieces, 6 inches each, and that way I will be sure that Oh dear. Hi, Shaquille Oatmeal. What is your question for tonight's stream? Oh, Lordy mercy. Again, I'm just gonna say that I am not an example. I am a cautionary tale. I don't give good advice because I don't make good decisions. Just saying. Disclaimer. Oh, yay, raid. Hi, Good Fork and Raiders. And where the hell is my mouse? Welcome in, Raiders. Oh, and Shaquille Oatmeal, like, shoot, whenever you're ready, like, I got you. I am ready to dispense bad advice at the drop of a hat.
Yes.
Yay! I love it. I'm an unlicensed therapist that makes bead necklaces on the side. Hi, Good Fork. What were you doing on your stream? And thank you so much for raiding. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I have to say that as a lover of eating things, Good Fork is a handle that definitely resonates with me. So what were you doing? Are you what do you do? Are you a culinary stream? Are you a crafty stream? Are you a culinary crafting stream? Ooh, leather skull candle holder, love. Oh my god, I saw the cutest thing. Where's my phone? On, okay. Ah!
Well, then you were doing it wrong. Or somebody was doing it wrong.
I would highly recommend some more practice.
Yeah.
But no, okay, so I have to admit, I am an absolute sucker for, okay, that's fair. That's actually an interesting question.
I mean,
Sorry, I'm dead for a minute.
yeah, the problem may not be you.
I mean, Keiko is definitely not wrong. So I'm sorry, Shaquille Oatmeal. Like, I'm gonna be nosy now because I feel like in order to dispense the appropriate amount of bad advice, I need a little bit of background.
I'm feeling like perhaps the conversation went somewhere.
Yeah. So, yeah, obviously. So this person, like, how long have y'all been talking? And just age range, like, where are you? Are you, just give me a decade, 20s, 30s, 40s, 80s, 90s. I'm not talking about music. I'm talking about, like, your age and your partner's age. And then I shall dispense the appropriate amount of bad advice for your particular situation. Okay, so 2 to 3 weeks, 23 years old. Okay, so I am full of... Okay, there's a random thing on my shirt and I can't make it go away. Seriously, what the hell? It's probably flux. There's probably flux on my shirt. Okay, so all right, I'll get back to Shaquille Oatmeal's bad advice in a second, but I have to show you all, because what Good Fork just said reminded me of this. I saw this. Okay, so I'm a sucker for all of those clickbait lists that are on Facebook, like 50 IKEA home hacks, 50 great holiday crafts. Like, I'm sorry, I am their target demographic. Like, they will get me every time with that bullshit, because sometimes there's good stuff in there. Like this is a coaster set. How cool is that? It's a leather coaster set that stacks up and looks like a freaking cactus. Okay, I want this in my life. So that that Good Fork is what I was reminded of when you said leather skull candle holder. But leather skull candle holder also sounds amazing.
Yes.
So if you want to share a little bit, yay. If you want to share a little bit about, like, how you were making it, I would absolutely love that. I am going to... Why is my butt buzzing? Interesting. I have no idea why Alicia is. I know, right? Why is your butt buzzing?
It'd be extra weird if mine were, because my phone is not there.
Right? Seriously. Well, I don't know why Alicia's asking about soft foods. I don't know if she had a medical procedure, or maybe Michael did. I can't help me there, right? I cannot always keep up with my friends, and that's terrible. But anyway, right, Keiko? Okay, so whilst I'm dispensing bad relationship advice, I'm also going to make an oval with my 6-inch piece of wire. So I'm going to take my bail making pliers, and I'm just going to start rotating this around to try and make an oval. Okay, so let's see. So kissing was boring. Okay, one more question. How much experience do you and the person in question have with kissing? Because it may be a trope, but it's one of those things where sometimes practice makes perfect, and then sometimes people are just, hi Corvus, sometimes people are just bad at it. Like I've been in both scenarios. Well, I mean, I'm not trying to place the blame on you, Shaquille. I'm just saying that, like, this is one of those situations where experience does have its benefits. I mean, I've kissed some frogs. I've kissed some saliva factories, like yeah, no,
don't be that wet.
Yeah, no, don't. Nobody wants to feel like their mouth is just being like suckered by a nasty squidgy, like, cephalopod. Hi, Corvus. Corvus is like, what's going on? What did I walk into on this stream? Yes, I'm giving bad relationship advice to Shaquille Oatmeal, whose problem is that they were kissing a person for a while, apparently, and got bored. So let's see. All right, so personal. Wow, this is no longer a bead necklace. Well, actually, to be fair, it was an earring making stream, and actually it was a soldering stream. So there is going to be fire at some point, but so yeah, so let's see. Okay, so I made my oval. I'm going to make my other one, and then I'm going to cut off my extra. So let's see. Oh, Lord. Telling you, cautionary tale. I know, right? Well, Shaquille Oatmeal is asking interesting questions. And that leads to potentially amusing discussion. Also leads to me not really being able to do this project very well. But, yeah, so, I'm just going to go back to my actual relationship advice. And I've made so many bad relationship decisions, and I'm still learning. At age 43, I'm still like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. But every relationship teaches you something, even those that are completely shitty. I will stand firm in that opinion. I'm not talking about abuse. When I say completely shitty, that's a completely different animal. That is definitely something that you should never put up with. And there are plenty of resources to help you if you are in that place. But just the ones that aren't good, for whatever reason. Like, I've been with at least 2 solidly, amazingly decent guys that I didn't love, and I stayed with them for a long time because I thought I should, because they were decent. I've been with terrible kissers. I've been with men whose equipment was not compatible with mine necessarily, though that kind of makes it sound like they were aliens. I've never been with an alien.
Yet.
Just saying. Have been with a Republican, unfortunately for me. But I know, right? So romantic.
Luckily, he yeeted himself, so.
It's true. He did yeet himself.
It was bad at the time.
One of the best things that ever happened to me, despite the fact that it was devastating at the time. But, like, I did survive the Republican. I survived. I am here. He is not. He yeeted himself. Tell people. That's Heather. You see her on Saturday. You see her on sales. She's always on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I don't think she put on makeups.
I don't have any makeup.
So I don't think she's ready to be summoned. But yeah, so again, I mean, I've been with a lot of people. It's a Heather. There she be. That's the peanut gallery. With her new cool necklace. Wait, show your cool necklace. She made this over a series of, I'm gonna say almost excruciating lessons with a very darling woman, but it was a lot.
It was a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so in the interest of actually trying to do this project, I've made my ovals, and I'm gonna cut them and file them so I can solder them together. But yeah, so once again, speaking as the one with the checkered relationship history, like, make sure, okay, communication is key, always. And if you feel like you can't communicate with your partner, that's a red flag. That's a bad indicator. Like, you should, and there's a difference between feeling uncertain and awkward and just feeling like you literally cannot say things to this person without some kind of negative consequence. And I'm filing these so I can solder them together. So, if you're with somebody you feel like you can't talk to, and it's taken me, I shit you not, it's taken me 43 years to figure out that if you're with somebody that you feel like you can't talk to, that's a bad thing. Like, once again, cautionary tale right here. Like, if you're like, oh, I can't bring up that topic because then we're gonna have a fight, or we're gonna have an argument. Like, no, that's not good. So communication is key, and talking. I'm a talker. I've also had people tell me that I talk too much in relationships. Okay, so Shaquille actually asked a really good question, is, what should they say? Should they say, hey, do I suck at kissing? And that's not how I would approach it, because there's an implication there that you're feeling inadequate, which then might cause the other person to react. Yeah, but Keiko, there's, like, the other person could be honest, or they could take that as, like, I don't want to make this person feel bad, and they could absolutely, like, react the other way, also not authentically. So, something more like, hey, I really enjoy how our relationship is evolving, like, as a couple, oh God, like, yeah, exactly. Heather's actually a really good unlicensed therapist as well. Like, show me or tell me, like, what do you like most about kissing? Or, what's your favorite aspect of, our newly intimate relationship? Like, don't start with a judgment on yourself, because that's just so typically, when I always like to, when I'm talking about relationship issues or relationship other things, like, I statements are big. Like, I feel this, I feel that, I observe this. But in a situation like this, I feel like use statements in the way of, I'm soliciting your feedback. Like, what do you like? What do you want to your partner? Like, and you should at the same time feel comfortable saying, well, I like this. You know, what do you like? How do you feel about that? Again, like, talk to people and listen to people. It's not that hard, but yet I realize it is that hard. Like, it's just, our society doesn't train us to speak and listen. Our society really trains us to speak and speak and speak and speak, but not to leave space for replies, responses, not to listen, not to actually internalize what your partner's actually saying. And, you know, again, it's taken me 43 years and I'm still not fantastic at it. I finally found a partner that I feel like I can talk to about anything without fear of explosions and madness and yelling and screaming and throwing things. And yes, I have been in those relationships and it's terrible. You know, but it took me so long to get there. So yes, I that sounds fantastic. I would break it up into a couple more sentences and once again leave space, leave some airspace in your head for them to reply and listen to what they say. Like, you know, and it's so tempting when you're in an uncomfortable situation to just like word vomit. God, this is actually a cat story, Heather, of one of my friends who was feeling uncomfortable in a relationship. She literally wrote a letter, like a full page plus of loose leaf paper.
I can absolutely
and then just handed it to her partner.
Wow.
And then obviously he was extremely, you know, overwhelmed and felt a little bit attacked, which I'm not surprised at. But she was like, what did I do wrong? And it's like, I don't remember what I said then. That was like 10 years ago. But what I would say now is leave space, leave airspace, because this is like Keiko just said, this is a conversation. This is something you're talking about. This is a dialogue. This isn't just you know, doing a Shakespearean monologue. This is a dialogue. This is, you know, so you gotta leave space for the person's reply, and you've got to actually pay attention to what they say.
But also, if this is a one-way communication like email or text, then that makes it harder to leave space. So,
well, that's fair. But it sounds like this is going to be an in-person communication, correct?
I hope so.
And no, try not to send that to your college prof, Shaquille.
Yes.
Because, yeah, that would be a little awkward. Yeah, so Heather makes a good point, but I would say back to that, because I've also done... Okay, I think this has just turned into a relationship advice stream. Sorry, y'all. Anybody who wants to see Chandelier components, I will try and... Maybe I'll do them on Zoom on Saturday night, or Friday night. But yeah, so... okay, so people who are here for the beads, I apologize that I've been so unfocused this week. I did a lot this weekend, and the fatigue, the post-COVID fatigue is still getting me, plus the time change, so I will definitely try and be more on my game bead-wise, tutorial-wise next week. For the moment, I'm just going to go ahead and go with what I've started here. Which is apparently me dispensing bad relationship advice to 23-year-olds on the internet. But what I would, okay, but don't breathe. Shaquille, remember to breathe. Like, and what I would say to Heather, in response to what Heather said, which is, if you're communicating through, text or email, is, don't put it all in one text. Break it up. Why do I say this? Because I've done the former, and once again, it tends to make people feel run over and attacked, and that's not necessarily, like, their feelings aren't your responsibility. However, how you communicate and how you disseminate information does have a lot to do. Woo! Yes, that's totally going on the button list. But how you disseminate information and how you communicate with people, it does make a big difference in how the information is received. You can communicate exactly the same information in multiple different ways, and it's going to elicit multiple different responses from your audience. This is why they do focus groups and things like advertising or political speeches. Like, literally the way the information is delivered makes a huge difference in how it's received. So I am saying I wouldn't say it in one big run-on sentence. Like, break it up a little. Just start, and then we're back to leave space. So, like, start and then wait for a response, and then, and it is, and Heather and I have done this, not necessarily with, relationships, but with other things. Like, having somebody to talk through your script with gives you a good, okay, so I'm not getting any viewers right now, Shaquille, for Bead, so you need to bring me some viewers for, like, relationship bad advice. Yeah, that's my fee, is I want viewers. Bring me viewers. But I don't, okay, people are people and emotions are emotions, and you really never know what the hell is going to happen. But if you are genuinely interested in communicating, and if you're genuinely interested in communicating and you generally are interested in what tag should I put, Corvus? Bad relationship advice? Do we think that's actually going to get me viewers?
Accidental relationship advice?
Accidental relationship advice? Chronicles of a checkered dating history? Like, I'm 43 years old and, this is what I've learned? Oh, God. You should make her laugh. Okay, Corvus. I thought I did. Maybe
Inappropriate starfish?
Okay, well, now, what's her sense of humor like? Does she like dry humor? Does she like British humor? Does she like, frat boy humor? Like, what's her sense of humor like? Dating advice on the sidelines. Oh my God, no. Okay, Twitch, you do not want dating advice from me. I don't know what the heck.
Well, apparently at least one 23-year-old on the internet wants dating advice from you badly enough.
Apparently to derail my whole tutorial stream. Beading and bad relationship. See, if only I could do the two at once. I definitely am more...
Aren't you a little young for dad jokes?
Oh my God. Okay, so... yeah. I mean, dad jokes... they're very hit or miss. I feel like if I already like the person, then the dad joke is endearing and may involve, like, me throwing a random object but not a projectile, like something non-injuring, like a pillow or something, would be my typical response to a dad joke from somebody I like.
If it's me.
Well, I just throw... Shaquille is obviously entrenched in the dad jokes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Oh my Lord. Okay. Well, I mean, you can never go wrong with making someone laugh, as long as you actually make them laugh and don't make them like punch you in the nose. So you got to get a beat on this person's sense of humor, which I'm assuming, since y'all have been hanging out together for a couple, 3 weeks, that you probably have. So if dad jokes are your thing, like, you know, then lean into it. Huh?
She wasn't originally on the Mayflower.
No.
I'm gonna throw that out there.
I mean, unless she's a vampire. Is she a vampire?
If she's a vampire, you want to know that before you kiss her too much.
It's true. Yes. Yeah, you should probably verify that she's not an immortal undead person before you get too involved in the relationship. Also might want to check for, like, you know, werewolf bites and that sort of thing.
Well, we did just have a full moon, so I feel like
yeah,
that knowledge would be there.
that's fair. I mean, yes, unless you're okay with that. Like, obviously, like, vampirism with consent, like, cool.
Yeah.
You know?
But
Like,
you can't just change someone's entire life for them without consent. That's not okay.
no. But, I mean, if they are a vampire and Shaquille O'Neal's okay with it, then, you know, get your vampire on. Like, whatever.
If they are a vampire, bring them over here, because I think that's the only way we would finally finish all of our work out.
Oh my gosh. No, I actually, so there's and this is like a parable and a story. It exists in a whole lot of different cultures and also in sci-fi and fantasy. Of, you know, there's the sorcerer, sorceress, whatever, powerful person, and you know, they somehow get a wish or cast a spell, and they want to, you know, double the length of their life or something to that effect, and so their wish, of course, is granted in a way that they didn't expect, because that's how these things go. And you know, the way that it's granted is that they don't sleep, so they've essentially doubled the amount of hours that they have in their waking life because they no longer have to sleep. And I want that wish. Like, if I didn't have to sleep but could, you know, feel rested all the time, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Bats aren't bugs, they're marsupials, and they're adorable. They're so cute, and they're
In
not
the
bugs.
mosquito department.
Well, they're in the mosquito buffet department. They eat the mosquitoes. That's why they're good, because Lord knows we have some freaking skeeters here in Texas that are, like, big enough to carry off a VW bug. So the bats eat the mosquitoes, as do the lizards and the toads and lots of other things. No, what? Was he drunk, Shaquille, or was he just dumb?
That was the first part.
I got that, but I feel like he was also maybe just a little bit dumb.
Yes, both.
Yes, both. See? I'm right. Cause, I mean, I get the whole prehistoric pterodactyl skeeters thing that happens here in Texas in the summer, but still, like,
Pterodactyl skeeters.
even the biggest mosquito ever on the planet, even if you're talking about crane flies, which aren't actually related to mosquitoes, but everyone says they are, that's still, okay, like, crane fly, like, bat, fly, bat,
Little bats.
fly, bat.
Yeah.
Even little bats are bigger. Goodness gracious. Okay, so it's almost 7. I have not managed to complete my project. We have, Keiko. So thanks for everyone who's hanging out with us during the stream, because apparently this is what we're doing tonight. Sorry, y'all. Ooh, I did not know that it was a nightmare of bats. I know about a murder of crows, a parliament of owls. And then what did we do for ravens?
There was a treason of ravens, conspiracy of
Conspiracy of ravens was what we decided on Halloween. Let's see, other fun one. Yes, Conspiracy of Ravens. That's what we wore on Halloween. Let's see, other fun ones. What are some other fun?
You said Parliament of Owls.
Parliament of Owls, I said.
Tower
of Giraffes. Okay. I probably could have named like 18 of these, you know, an hour ago, but now I'm done. Anybody want to drop some knowledge with some cool names for groups of animals? Is it really a bloat of hippos? Because that's funny. Also, I will admit, after the pandemic, I feel like a bloat of hippos. Ace, I do not think that that's actually the correct classification for a group of spiders.
A shrewdness of apes.
A shrewdness of apes, okay. A swarm of muskrats, cool.
Oh, but I feel like we need to share this.
What's a group of beavers called?
This picture of the Parliament of Owls, because
yes,
they have pantalones.
I know, right? That's the perfect Parliament of Owls. Also, this is funny because look, there's me up there in the corner.
Recursion.
This is very Inception because we've got me on the thing showing the thing. A business of ferrets. Ooh, I love that. And Keiko says thanks for the word.
Yes.
I know, right?
The easiest paper I ever wrote was a clinistic analysis of echinoid phylogeny.
I could probably spell all those words.
Cackle of hyenas.
Ooh. Cladistic with a C?
Mm-hmm.
Is there an H in there?
No.
So Clidistic? Like how it sounds?
Yeah.
Like echinoid. Okay, but I find this funny that cladistic is the word I'm struggling with because echinoid I can totally spell. And phylogeny. Oh, CLA. See. A colony of beavers is okay. I mean, they build dams. It's always funny to me to see the videos of beavers in like rescue places that are just, you know, taking random shit and building dams. It's just, I find it hilarious. I feel like it's a metaphor for my life. I'm gonna take all this shit and I'm just gonna pile it against the door and anyway. Yes. And Elton was so, what the heck's going on with my shoe? So yes, so I do have
Oh, goodness.
yeah, that's yeah, that'll do it for sure. But I do have a compare and contrast photos of Elton because he is so long and so slender that he's really like a slinky. So it's like, this is Elton like in his loaf state. And then this is Elton in his expanded state. And it's like the difference is just amazing. Like I feel like I should be able to play him like an accordion. He's that like expandable and contractible. Yes, of course you can see Loaf again.
Yeah, he's very small loaf.
So there is Loaf. And then
Very small loaf, very large cat.
there's expanded version. I mean, he's seriously like 4 freaking feet long when he stretches out from his front pawsies to his back pawsies. He does defy physics. Like, I don't know if he is a liquid or a slinky or what the heck he is, but yeah.
Plasma.
Heather says he's plasma. Maybe he's slime because he goes. But he's such a sweetie, and he always brings toys. into the bed. And so, and I missed getting a picture of it this morning because, of course, when I moved to get my camera, he moved, but he was asleep on his back with his 4 feet in the air, his belly just like all exposed, and around him was his nest of 3 fuzzy mice that he had brought to bed. And it was pretty adorable. But yes, he brings toys to bed every night. Sometimes they're fuzzy mice, sometimes they're other toys, sometimes they're hair ties and Q-tips. But yes, he's such a good boy. So I may or may not be streaming from home tomorrow. Kind of depends on how my day goes. But if I do stream from home tomorrow, hopefully there will be an Elton sighting on the stream. He is he's a non-Newtonian fluid, exactly. I really have no idea what his viscosity is, but whatever it is, it's...
I think it changes. It depends on the temperature and
there you go.
His content.
So he's like multi-stage motor oil?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Alright, so it's 7:04. I hopefully have dispensed as much bad relationship advice as Shaquille Oatmeal needs at the moment. So, I'm just gonna sign off because, like I said, this project's not getting done. Tomorrow is Zoom. So, Heather did send out the Zoom email. If you need the credentials for that Zoom, just give us an email, beadingdreamsdallas@gmail.com. We'll send those to you. Because tomorrow, Zoom is when I actually get to see all of you. Like, y'all creeping on me all the time. You get to see me here on the internet, but I don't get to see any of you. So tomorrow is the day that I actually get to see everybody's beautiful faces. It is not a structured stream. It's a crafty cocktail hour. That means bring your booze, bring your crafts, and we're going to craft together tomorrow. And so yes, so tomorrow I will not be on Facebook. I will not be on Twitch. I will be on Zoom. So yes, Shaquille Oatmeal, if you haven't already joined our Discord, just type ! I know, right? And maybe I'll teach us this tutorial. That depends. If I'm streaming from the store, I will. If I'm streaming from home, I won't, because feline flambe, not my favorite thing running through my house. But I will, if I don't teach us this tutorial tomorrow, I'll teach it next week for Freeform Friday. So, thank you all so much for hanging out and just listening to me talk about random stuff. I don't even know. But tomorrow's Zoom starts at 6, ends at 8. Come when you want, leave when you want. Crafty cocktail hour. Drink, craft, talk, have fun, and right? Don't flambe the right? No, we will not flambe the kitty. And do we want a relationship advice channel on Discord? I feel like this could be bad news. But anyway,
No wonder I have questions.
There you go. Oh my Lanta. Okay, so that's it for me tonight. So hopefully I'll see y'all on hopefully I'll see y'all on Discord. Hopefully I'll see you all on Zoom tomorrow night. And if you're not going to Zoom with us, I will be back on this channel, twitch.tv/beadingdreams on Saturday, Beading Dream, on Saturday with an actual tutorial, which I promise I will actually teach, followed by a live merchandise sale, which I promise I will actually sell merchandise. I'm really going to try hard to get my shit together.
If you don't, remember, we're just switching, and I'm going to sell the merchandise, and you're going to take notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, that's it for the Beading Dream stream tonight. Thanks, everyone. Good luck, Shaquille Oatmeal, with all of your everything, and I will see y'all back on this channel, twitch.tv/beadingdream, Saturday at 6 p.m. Don't forget, Zoom tomorrow. Okay, bye, y'all.